So this is making its rounds over on Twitter, and with the Fantastic Four marketing starting to step up because it is going to come out in July. Very soon we're gonna get it, but we're gonna get teasers, we're gonna get trailers, we're gonna get interviews, we're gonna get merchandise, we're gonna get a ton of things about it. One of the characters, Joseph Quinn, who is playing Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four, had something to say about the character, and I feel like it's getting a mixed reaction, and I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about it. But I don't want to go through the whole article. I want to go through what people are saying about it. So we're just going to read the headline, which is really, maybe it's not the best thing to do, but it's not like a headline, but it's like a quote from the passage. Kevin Feige and I were speaking about previous iterations of him. He was branded as this womanizing, devil may care guy, but is that sexy these days? I don't think so. This version of Johnny is less callous with other people's feelings. Maybe we have to read it. Human Torch also required a lot of effects work. Though, thankfully, Quinn didn't actually have to be on set on fire much. There is such a thing as too many practical effects, the actor says with a laugh. Johnny is Marvel's archetype of a hothead teenager, but what exactly that means has been open to interpretation over the years. In the 2005 and 2007 Fantastic Four movies, for instance, Chris Evans played the character as a skirt-chasing scallywag. Quinn wanted to do something different. He's a man that leads with a lot of bravado, which could be a front sometimes, but he's also funny, Quinn says. Myself and Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige were speaking about previous iterations of him where we are culturally. He was branded as a womanizing, devil may care guy, but is that sexy these days? I don't think so. This version of Johnny is less callous with another person's feelings, and hopefully there's a self-awareness about what's driving that attention-seeking behavior. Johnny is a little brother of the Fantastic Four, Quinn notes, but that's not one quality that defines him. He is really smart. He's on that spaceship for a reason. I think people forget that various comic storylines, he's been one of the most heroic of them, even if he's undercoating the heroism at every turn through humor. He's Sue's brother, which means they're cut from the similar cloth. Now, I mean, at the surface, just reading that, not reading the headline like I was going to, it doesn't seem too bad, but fans may not be happy about this. Johnny Storm was never a womanizer, he's just a guy who liked chicks. First Sue with potential misogyny lectures, and now this. Disney really wants to kill the hype. You could have just said we are dispensing with canon and just going with our feelings. Another box office bomb in the making. They never learn. He can still be a heartbreaker, but instead of a womanizer, he can have some aw shucks charm instead of whatever they're going for here. So a male feminist, nice. These days, what days is the movie taking place in? Can we stop interjecting our struggles into movies? We're trying to escape and you keep making our present. This is why no one goes to the movies anymore. In other words, Disney ruined the Fantastic Four. Who cast these dorks? Certain characters are written certain ways, so play them that way. It's the whole character and they want to remove that. So done with Marvel. Now I'm going to stop for a second. I think this comes from people being worried that he may be different in a way. I mean, I don't think people are wanting him to, I don't know. It's hard to defend certain comments. He's saying he's not a womanizer and these people are like, this is his character. I understand, it's a certain character trait. He could have been maybe a little bit different with the wording and everything. I don't know. People will pick apart certain things that you say, and this kind of just with the business. I mean, it all depends on if the movie is good. Is he so different from every iteration we've had in the comics? Chris Evans, Michael B. Jordan, which I don't know if people want to talk about. I honestly don't even remember the Michael B. Jordan Fantastic Four. I don't remember Chris Evans' iteration being that crazy. Of course, he was a lot crazier in Deadpool and Wolverine because he was a little more of just a dick, not even anything else. But let's keep going. They're killing Marvel now. These days, isn't it set in the 60s of another universe? Good grief. Now, I mean, that statement's, it's set in the 60s, which is interesting. At that time, that was apparent, people would do that and everything. It is in another universe, though, so maybe in that universe, it wasn't like this universe, so it's kind of a double-edged sword there. That's not Johnny Storm, then. Come on, do it right or don't do it. All the other Fantastic Fours sucked, so I'm sure the woke version will be great. So it's gonna suck what I'm hearing. Okay, maybe it's not as mixed as I thought it was. Maybe it's another director and actor who don't understand these characters. Now, I don't think the director had anything to do with this. I think this is Kevin Feige and the actor Joseph Quinn talking about this. I mean, I understand where Joseph Quinn's coming from, not wanting to be a womanizer, be known for that in a role, but I don't know. It's weird. The actors look so boring. I did see that a lot. isn't this? Yeah, I mean, Johnny was literally the high point of the previous movies. Let's completely gut his personality. Calling your movie First Steps, setting it in the 1950s, and then deciding that it isn't a perfect opportunity to pivot from its old womanizing self is so wild. I mean, why would you not see that as a setup for an easy slam dunk in this era? That's a really interesting tweet response. You could start him off as this womanizer, as this dick, as the character people want, and slowly put him to realize, this isn't right. I like that. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of comments here talking about it just under Culture Craves post. You can determine it how you want. This could be, I don't know. It is interesting though. Is there a certain line between just being a player or being a womanizer? I don't know. It's interesting. What the hell is a devil may care guy? I don't know what that means. A devil may care guy is someone who is carefree, reckless, and not concerned about the consequences of their actions. They're often seen as having a happy-go-lucky attitude and are not easily worried. The phrase devil may care suggests a disregard for potential negative outcomes, as if the speaker doesn't care if the devil himself is watching their actions. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. What version of this character will he be then? Will he just be an annoying teenager at this point? Or annoying little brother? What is he doing? I don't know. This is weird. I don't know. It might have helped if he put like what iteration they would have been going for with this character. I don't know. Let me know what you think of this statement. Let me know if Fantastic Four is already in bad shape, if there's going to be an issue, if he needs to go back. Let me know everything down below.